Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Illuminating the Stories That Bind Us. In this series, psychotherapist Jennifer H. Carey interviews and helps applicants illuminate a story that is binding them. Applicants can choose to write in a letter or be a participant on the podcast and be interviewed. Both anonymous and both give you the opportunity to voice a limiting story and watch it begin to dissolve. We can all heal, learn, and grow from listening to how the beliefs and stories we create can consciously and subconsciously run our lives, binding us and holding us back. This season, Jen collaborates with singer-songwriter Shannon Ward, who is also co-founder of Fiercely Peaceful and Love Inside Out Now. Shannon is on a mission to help people remember who they are, and she has carried that mission with her as an artist, playwright, healer, and co-facilitator of retreats. She's worked on the WOW stage with Jen and with Mick and Tess Pulver from Breakthrough Performance. At the end of each podcast, Shannon and Jen will prescribe a song for the participant to help them transform beyond the limiting story they are telling themselves. Together, let's listen and shine light so we can break through and step forward into our unlimited potential. The voices and stories of these podcasts are true, but names and other identifying information are removed to protect the privacy and confidentiality of the participants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yay.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. So it is season 2 of Illuminating the Stories That Bind Us. And first of all, you can see us. So that's a little bit different. And the other thing that is different is we do not have Mick and Tess Pulver this season. However, we have a magical person who Mick and Tess Pulver introduced me to. So I just want to share a little bit about Shannon Ward, who is going to be helping us illuminate stories that bind us and helping us prescribe songs to help transform those stories. Shannon Ward. So Mick and Tess connect me with Shannon Ward to help me heal from some stories coming up when I was doing music and singing with Mick and Tess. And Shannon had me create a lullaby for my inner child. And I had no idea how transformative that would be. It was just this small thing that Shannon so gently prescribed for me and then so abundantly received when I shared it with her and really helped me break through that story. Words that people describe Shannon Ward are magical. She is a force, a healer, a singer, which, spoiler alert, we are going to be debuting her music here, but we'll talk about that in another episode. Songwriter. Shannon also is very passionate about creating plays and writing for those musicals. Also, Shannon has co-founded Fiercely Peaceful Productions, which I had the honor of collaborating with Shannon Ward and her partner to do the WOW stage in Rockport, Massachusetts. And Fiercely Peaceful Productions is all about having those difficult conversations in a fiercely peaceful way and sharing with the community a very important mission. So thank you, Shannon Ward, for being on here.
Yay, I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much. Can you believe what we've done in a year? We've just known each other for a little over a year when Mick and Tess introduced us. And it's like,
yeah,
it's been pretty epic.
That's true. 12 months. That's true. That is a very good reflection. Thank you. 12 months and we've done a retreat together. We've we just did a mini workshop retreat. Yeah. And that's not including we were just meeting, and I don't know if any of you have read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza, but Shannon and I were just rocking that out in a meeting. So we're living the dream. We're living the dream. So yeah, this season of Illuminating the Stories That Bind Us, you can not only join our podcast and be an anonymous participant to voice a story that is binding you, you can also write a letter. And so that is what today's episode is going to be about. Our very first letter. Some of you who follow me on Instagram or Facebook may have seen this letter, but I'm going to read it. Shannon and I are going to discuss it, and then we're going to prescribe maybe one song, maybe two songs, because when Shannon and I get together, that's kind of how we roll. We have we have a song for where the person is and the song where the person wants to be. It's all good. So let's read this letter and let's discuss, and then we will be prescribing music for this letter. Are we ready? We're ready. Okay. Dear concerned Chris. Oh, that's the letter I gave back. Sorry. Hold on, malfunction. Sorry.
Who cares? If you're looking for perfection, keep on walking down the road.
Oh, that is brilliant. That is so brilliant. Okay. I recently finished up, Dear Jen, I recently finished up a project that I was super passionate about. It was wonderful and hope to do something like it again in the future. Now I find myself somewhat confused about what to do in the meantime. I know I need to rest, but I also don't want to lose the momentum of what just occurred. So I guess the story is, if I rest, I will lose the momentum and wisdom from my last project, leaving me confused. I am lost and could miss out on some things. Please help me, Jen. I need some guidance on how this story pulls me down even further and makes me feel even more tired, lost, and confused. Sincerely, concerned Chris. Honesty.
Wow. I can so relate to that. There's doing this epic thing and feeling really good and fulfilled. And then after it's like, oh, wait. It's like the time of desert, feast or famine. And it doesn't have to be that. It can be about more balance. But I certainly understand that and that deprivation of rest. What about you? How do you feel?
Yes, I love how you just said the feast or famine, right? That whole theme that we constantly bump into, which is having things be extreme, having things be all or nothing, right? Well, because I'm not doing this huge project, then who am I? Right? And where's the in between? Like, you did this project and now it's time to rest. Somewhere in between, it's that feast or famine, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, giving ourselves that time to pause and reflect is really powerful. And it's not easy because there's the other thing, in our society, we're talking, building momentum. We don't want to let that go. Yeah. And so how do we trust that the pause, that, like, there's breath out, there's action, but there's breath in to rejuvenate. How do we trust that pause is part of the momentum? And equally as powerful as this is this.
Yeah, I love that. How do we trust that the pause is part of the momentum? That is not a message in our society right now.
No.
It's not. It's go, 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 go. And if you stop,
you just do it. It's like, we're not all built that way either. So, but I think it's different for everybody. And, everybody can go a longer period of time, but there's still got to be that contraction and that nourishment and just taking the time to figure out what that is for us.
Exactly. Yeah. And believing that there's the term in therapy when there's silence in a session, it's called a pregnant pause. And just that there's pregnancy in the pause. There's something that's ready, that's going to be birthed, but right now it just needs to be in a cocoon. And so, how do we just allow it to be in the cocoon and not be some confusion or lost or problem with our identity if we're resting or if we're in that pause?
Well, yeah. Well, because I know for me, in that pause, in that resting, sometimes my mind will come back in and they'll start nipping at my heels or at my, and it becomes a survival mechanism, like, no, must move, must get up and move. So it's again, especially in the society and so many things that are going on right now, it's, and I think the bottom line is, am I choosing to act from fear or love? Am I choosing to rest or not rest from fear or love? So
I love that, because if it's from fear, then, you're not going to accomplish much, right? Or what you're going to accomplish is going to have that sort of deprivation, survival energy around it.
Yeah, it's usually fear is, avoiding something that happened in the past, or avoiding something happening in the future out of fear of something that happened in the past. But neither of it's really in just that place of,
Yeah. The power of being in the moment and the power of just allowing the pregnant pause and trusting that it's going to help you birth something great. But that needs that rest. Yeah. So let's see what I wrote back. Is it bad that I don't even remember? I don't remember. That's right. Dear concerned Chris, thank you for your honesty. Many can relate to that fall or low after the high of following a dream and seeing it to completion. Please remember there is a time for everything, and this is a time for rest. There is productivity in the pause, and you'll be soon in a time of doing. Love, Jen and Misty and Shannon. Just putting that out there. Yeah.
I love, yep. There's a time for everything. Permission, right? Permission. To.
Yeah. Give yourself permission for that pause. And then I would like to add the nugget that you just gave, which is, and check in and see what is coming from fear and what is coming from love.
Yes. Sorry, there are ambulances going by. I don't know if you're hearing them.
Not hearing them at all.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. So let's get into the music, Shannon. Let's get into the music. I think this is a pretty cool process for our listeners to hear. In season 1, we would go behind stage for most of the music conversation. We just did a lot of in the moment stuff that we felt was better if we had some back and forth backstage. But what's cool about season 2 is we're going to have this conversation open right now. So I am very excited to hear what Shannon thinks. I had a song come into my head, but granted, letter was sent to me. I wrote the letter back, did all that. And then Shannon has been so gracious to be on the show with us. So have you thought of a song yet, Shannon?
I've thought of so many. So You too has come up for me a lot. There are a song off there, Atomic, I can't even remember. It's called Love, Peace, or Else. And it's about lay it down. Lay down your burden, lay down your guns, lay down your fear, basically. And I love that one. I also love the song One by U2.
Oh.
And I'm going to say for Chris or whoever, as you know, I'm a big fan of taking lyrics that work and then lyrics that might not feel in the blanks, and maybe write something and make it a process for you. So Jen, I'm totally open. I'm not attached to any of this. But I feel, I really feel like about one love. It's loving all of it and the process. And that inherent in that is giving ourselves permission to feel it all, but then really kind of be in a deeper place with it. So for Chris, I feel two songs for sure. One to really speak to the process of what's going on, and one that's, possibly on the other side. And those songs kind of speak to what is and just honoring that process. And the one that I really feel that could be fun on the other side is by Queen, I Want to Break Free. It's just like breaking free of that need to have it be any certain way. I just want to be free to play and honor, because it's going to invite more energy and it's going to invite more listening. It's like, because it's going to give you the opportunity to break free from whatever you want to break free from.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
So those are some things that came.
Love it. The two thoughts that I have about that is, I want to break free, almost like what we said about society. Like, I want to break free from the laws of society that, like, in order to be someone or something, you need to be doing, you need to be in a complete act of doing. And then the one, I have to tell you what came up to me about one, and you mentioned feeling it all as well, kind of in that. It's so funny. Last night I had a client that, shared with me the idea of encompassing all emotions as one. So, we're splitting emotions, like, good, bad, right, wrong, pleasant, unpleasant, blah, blah, blah. But what if we just all had it like underneath an umbrella of being alive, and that everything is okay?
Yes.
Right. Everything is okay. So that's what that made me think of. Maybe the one is going to be the one. So I'm going to share mine, which is kind of more simplistic. Mine's most simplistic. And then Shannon, we challenge ourselves and we choose one today.
Okay. All right.
But the one that I had was, there is a season, turn, turn, turn. There is a reason, turn, turn. Right. So it comes from the Bible, Ecclesiastes, but I always find peace because it's like there's a season for everything. We have times where we're doing, we have times where we're being, we have times when, there's peace, there's time when there's not peace, like all of that. I just have always found like it helps get me to acceptance. So I don't know if that would help. I guess that would be an example of a song that you're in it. You're in it. Yeah. And what can help you be in it. So.
Yes. Oh, this is going to be hard to choose for. Oh, Chris, I wish we could talk to you right now.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's a good distinguishing difference. Although Mick I think usually just gave it, but there's the back and forth can help you harness on. Yeah, yes. Good point, Shannon.
Well, there is beauty of acceptance. Accepting and just there's yeah. Now it's that there is beauty in just here's a season.
I have to say the thing I was most moved by, though, was U2 one.
there is some powerful stuff because there are so many layers in their music. Like there is the doing in the moment. Is it getting easier? You know, do you feel the same? And if you don't, what's that deeper game?
Yeah.
You know, love one life. What's that motivation? And so it can be in that simple moment, but can also be like, what's that deeper motive? You know, that deeper
love or fear. And the other thing is, I feel like the rhythm of that song is very, very in the pregnancy, very in the pause. I don't know why. It just kind of is like, is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? You know, it doesn't feel like it's not pushing you anywhere. Or a breakthrough is like, I want to break free, right? You're breaking free. And the season one, I don't know what, but it's not as like still as one.
I feel it's one. It's really one. Like
it's one.
Yeah.
Yay!
Here, I can share the lyrics if you want to hear
it. Yeah, do it.
Is it getting better or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? You got someone to blame. Not necessarily that.
Maybe the emotion, right? The emotion.
You say one love, one life when it's one need in the night. Like there's this motivation, get out, get it, do it for everybody. But it's like, I have a need to rest.
Yes. Yeah.
But the second one, did I disappoint you? Because I feel like a lot of testing is because my fear of disappointing someone or letting them down or like, who have I forgotten? What have I forgotten?
Yes.
And I won't let until that list is done.
Yes.
So to me, you know, and I don't even think that there's so many good lyrics in this song, but I just
even those too much, more than a lot. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's good. Good one, Shannon.
Fair law. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
We did it. Concerned Chris, you're going to have to let us know. Please feel into the song, sing it in front of a mirror, and let us know what this song brought to you.
And any of those others, you know, you can certainly have your experience with, like, you know, there's a journey. It's all here. You can listen to it as much as you want and go, oh, wait, what was that other song? You know, they're all powerful.
That's
true.
That's true. And feel it out. Yeah. Oh, Shannon Ward, thank you so much. And we are going, in the outgoing message, you will hear about either sending in a letter, applying to send in a letter to the show, or being on the podcast with us, which is still an option, but you will remain anonymous. That will stay auditory only. You will not see the person because we still want to honor people being able to share their stories without feeling exposed.
Unless they
want to be. That's true. Yeah, I would totally give people the choice. Absolutely.
All things are.
The other thing is you can learn more about Shannon, which will also be in the outgoing credits at fiercelypeacefulproductions.com, as well as the Wow Stage, thewowstage.com. So thank you, Shannon. This was such a gift and this was so much fun. And listeners, I hope you got something out of sharing in the compassion and understanding of our dear concerned Chris.
Jen, I just want to say I love you so much. You are such a magical being. Your power and your vulnerability and your transparency. It's like I feel you and I seal you and seal you. I seal you with love and a hug.
Thank you.
Gift is so powerful, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you for the invite to be part of it.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Shannon, for all that you bring. All right, everybody. See you soon. Look forward to seeing you at the next one. Bye.
If you'd like to be a participant on Illuminating the Stories That Bind Us, please fill out the form on jenniferhcarey.com. Jennifer would like to thank every single person that makes this possible, including all of the listeners. Because of you listening and sharing these stories, we may illuminate them and unbind the participants stuck in them. And to the participants, your courage and bravery makes this possible. Thank you. A million thank yous to Cassie Brooks Bowling and her team in making this mission come alive and keep it breathing. You can follow Jen at Jennifer H. Carey on Instagram and on Facebook at Jennifer H. Carey Counseling.